Yo, this is Tommy G, the controversial world of sales guy, a sales guru, Andy Elliott. Now, let me tell y'all something, bro. If y'all need a spokesman person, or y'all need somebody that can sell y'all things, or need somebody to sell y'all product, just let me be that person. I promise you I can get a lot of people to sell, to sell some product. If y'all need me, say for instance for Manscaped, right? Think with my brain. For Manscaped, I'll have a man and a girl. Okay, you know what? Let me just be the man. I'll be the man. I have a girl next to me, bro. We about to get busy. She put her hands in my pants and she feel around. What is that? Feels like a jungle in there. Oh my gosh, I don't want this. Leave me alone. And just walks away. And then like, what can I do? And then I'll have the floating Manscaped thing. I'll have it floating down with the light beaming, have it floating down slowly. And like, it'll be like a genie saying, use this wisely, stuff like that. It'll float in my hand. I'll go do it, meet the same girl, and get busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really know how to like be a spokesman person. Or if you need some, that's not a sales guru. I'm not gonna lie, that's not. A sales guru is more like, say somebody's trying to walk in buying a car. That's just me promoting a product. That's not me being a spokesman. I'm slow.
Take your shirt off for a minute.
Oh my gosh, get this dude out of my face. Bro, this dude out of my face. No, bro, this dude is mad funny, bro. I'm not gonna lie, he mad funny. Yo, bro, this dude is mad funny. The homie DT, he showed me this dude, bro. Like, he showed me like clips and links. Bro, nah, he mad funny, bro. He mad funny.
You guys see yourself naked in the mirror every single day before you go out of the house? Okay, do you like how you look? We just go numb. We're just like, F it, man. I'm gonna wear a sweatshirt
bro,
today.
He's so
you don't want to
funny,
look like you look right now, do you? Okay, then fucking change it. And I started to fall in love with making others great. And so I just realized that, man, I need to build a really good army, a team, a tribe, a pack, whatever you call them. I need
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If Tommy G does this, Tommy G gotta do like, the controversial world of like, or like get into the everyday activity with like David Goggins. I think Tommy G gotta do that, bro. He gotta record a video with David Goggins.
Well, welcome to your new life, and also welcome to doing business with Andy Elliott.
Andy Elliott and his Elliott Group are founded on a cloud of suspicion for fraud, lies, deceit, and some of the worst actions ever perpetrated in the car business.
Why would they think he doing fraud? Why would they say fraud?
FBI comes in, they said, hey, who's in charge? It was me and 4 other people. It wasn't me. They were after this owner. Dude, I have already been tried to be killed many times.
I went back home, I called my boss from the fitness studio.
I don't think you just saying that like regularly. I understand like if you get numb to it at a certain point, but like still like I don't think you just say that like it's a regular basis. Like
gave my 2 weeks. I put my head down, I grinded.
I was 19 years old and I did not like my life. But now I'm a coach, so I'm crushing, anywhere between 100 to 200 right now.
Okay, 100 to 200? Yo, D, get in here, man. Hold on, wait. Did he say a week?
Crushing, anywhere between 100 to 200.
Oh, 200K now. Yo, D, bro, get in here. You want to be a coach? You want to get people right? Get in here, bro. Sign up to be in this class.
They're afraid that they're gonna lose their edge. We live out of madness.
But I was this skinny. I was weighing 145 pounds at the time. I went from being a drug addict for 16 years, losing myself. I was broke, lost self, to now being Andy Elliott's top coach in his company, helping other people and clearing over 100K a month.
Yo, D, get in here now.
Did what I'm asking my clients to do now. And it would totally transform and change my life.
I hired the man. I gave him $50,000. Motherfucking dollars. It was the worst.
What do you mean you can low-key eat me now, bro? What's up with this dude? Yo, come on, bro. Yo,
business
what are we talking about?
I have done.
You're a man under 40. There's a good chance that at some time your feed has been flooded with self-proclaimed gurus like Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, Wes Watson,
I was busy
and
letting
Luke
the story
Belmont.
marinate.
Johnny Walker. What do I do at duty free? Fucking Johnny Walker. That night, sipping the fucking Johnny Walker.
Oh, I be seeing him too, yo, bro. Yo, bro, I be seeing both of them, bro. Nah, they mad funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie. No, now that Tommy G did this, What's the other dude? Brandon Carter? Yo, Tommy G should have did a video of like all of them together, bro. Oh my gosh, that would be so easy.
And it's no surprise that most of these guys have a course to sell, promising the secrets to their lifestyle of luxury cars, hot women, and private jets. But upon closer inspection, many of these gurus feel fake, fraudulent, or like something's just off. Today, we dive into one of the most controversial names in the sales guru and influencer landscape, Andy Elliott. Famous for his shirtless seminars and his military-style approach to sales training, he brands himself as the #1 sales trainer and business coach in the world. We take you a day inside his life, exploring his highly disciplined lifestyle.
He lives here? God damn. All of this is to himself? Yo, he living good.
His cult-like sales team, and his shadowy past that includes people going to prison after a federal investigation. Some label him a con man that uses high-pressure sales tactics, while others say he is a great man that has genuinely changed their life for the better. Join me as we dig below the surface, and you can decide for yourself if Andy Elliott is the real deal or just another snake oil salesman influencer.
I feel like he's the real deal though. Like another David Goggins.
The world of Andy Elliott and sales gurus.
David Goggins is like the real deal though.
Talk about that's very important to me: money and personal finance. Ever since I was a teenager,
An alpha male. I've been living my whole damn life as a beta fuck, sleeping in until 6:30, acting like a total slob.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta get
Today,
right.
hopefully that's gonna change. Because with the help of the #1 sales guru in the world, that's Andy Elliott, that's how he brands himself. And you may have actually heard from this guy before. You may have seen clips of him asking people to take their shirt off.
Take your shirt off for a minute. And I want you to write this down. Discipline. Stand up, take your shirt off. I want you to do it in front of your friends. This isn't about making fun of him, because I can make all you can take your shirts off, and maybe one or two you look halfway decent. I want you to go home. Look at yourself naked in the mirror. I just want you to do it. And I want you to own every little weakness you have.
Okay. So we're gonna dive into his life. He's a very interesting man, this Andy Elliott.
That can help a lot of people in life.
So folks, buckle up.
Because I know a lot. I wouldn't say the #1. What's it called? I wouldn't say the #1 insecurity isn't like how people view their body, but I think it might be the #1. It's either, I know it's like top 2, but I don't think it's #1, but it might be #1.
And don't be a punk. Before you actually go any further in this video, give me 20.
I'm not busting out no 20, I'm sorry. I love you, Tommy G, but hold on, bro. Actually, let me bust out 20, bro.
I knew I was about to visit a controversial man, and I thought chances were good that his charisma could be disarming. So I reminded myself to walk into his house with a kind heart, but a healthy sense of skepticism.
W20.
Look at this guy.
He living good, bro.
Mr. Andy Elliott.
Walking around the house
How you doing,
barefoot.
brother? Andy, first, I gotta ask you about your fashion choices, man. Tell me what we got going on right here.
We have
like, dude literally has a pool in the middle of
shirt
the house.
on because it's cold, but normally it's shorts. That's
So
my fashion choice.
Rate my fashion as a kind of alpha dresser.
Well, I'm not an alpha dresser.
No?
I just don't wear any clothes.
Would you ever join a nudist colony?
Yeah. No.
Why not?
Because I think that's weird.
Yo, he do look like he be like
so when we started our
UFC,
business, we basically sold everything. And my wife, who lived in Oklahoma, she drew on a napkin this house. She's like, we're gonna have a U-shaped house. We're gonna restart our life. We're gonna rebuild. And I envision it being like this, with a pool right down the middle.
God damn, so many solar panels.
House off and went and built it.
Nice to meet you too. You guys ready to rumble today or what?
Oh yeah, we're about to get, you're getting in the cold plunge.
Go.
You're getting in the cold
it.
plunge with us, yeah.
I brought a Speedo or something as close to it as I feel comfortable.
Yeah, Speedos are welcome here. So let's show us what you got.
These shorts are crazy work, brother. Those are awesome.
Yeah,
this should be illegal in like 49 out of 50 states.
Hey, we're gonna say who's staying the longest.
Oh, I'm just doing a quick dip.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Guys, this is what a cult leader does. They try and get you to do things, and I'm gonna resist the temptation.
Listen, have you ever read the book Tim Grover, Relentless? He said there was those that didn't want to get in the ice bath because they were scared. This is amazing, brother. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm staying in ice bath,
life, Mr. Elliott?
You can have whatever you want and do whatever you want. You can hang out with whoever you want. You can have whatever kind of life you want. And I mean, dude, we're all so lucky to be alive, like at this time, this era. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, think about it. You have a business and can take care of your family, going around and documenting people because people want to watch other people live. Most people don't understand themselves. And so at 40 years old, I would realize
Okay, I'm mad now. Why are you mad? Whole mood been ruined. Ruined by what?
Didn't like me. I wanted to have good intentions. I wanted to help people. My whole life I helped people make money, but I never really changed anyone's life. I just was such a freaking pushover. So my mom left when I was 2 years old. She's an alcoholic, crackhead, loser. She's a freaking loser, dude. I've tried to save her 5 times in my life.
Wait, hold on.
2 years old. I just was such a freaking pushover. So my mom left when I was 2 years old. She's an alcoholic, crackhead, loser. She's a freaking loser, dude. Damn. I've tried to save her 5 times in my life. Every time she's shit back on me. And so I was raised by a father that was like, don't speak up. He was never home. It was kids raising kids. I mean, my sisters were having sex in elementary school. I mean, I remember.
Hold on. I wasn't expecting that one. I was more so expecting, like, he was saying, like, in high school, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was raised by his sister. Like, his sister was like you know what I'm saying, above the age of 18, raising him. Hold on, that one kind of lost me right there. Hold on.
We're coming home. I mean,
holy shit.
Well, no, but like when no parents are present,
things happen.
But I never thought about changing anyone's life until I was 40. I thought about making more money. At my first day on the car lot, I made $1,700. I never held more than $5 in my hand at one point. This was my way out. All I knew is that I had to be the best, and I had to hit the numbers, and I had to make sure that I was unreplaceable. Indispensable. Then I started to build others to be badasses. And I started to fall in love with making others great. You're pretty fucking ugly. I'm not that good looking of a guy. I'm a pretty ugly motherfucker. I get in good shape and it makes me better looking. When you start to see yourself different.
If you do get in shape, you do look way better than what you are right now. Hey, take me for example, bro. You know what I'm saying? Watch when I get in shape, watch what happens.
In the mirror, you fucking want to become better. And so I just realized that, man, I need to build a really good army, a team, a tribe, a pack, you know, whatever you call them.
One of the things we're going to try and determine together in this episode is how to define Andy Elliott. Who is he really? Is he a cult leader who commands extreme loyalty and uses manipulation tactics? Or is he a great but controversial business leader who gets the best out of his people? Is he a scam artist with a history of fraud? Or is he a man who has learned from his past to become a top-tier salesman and sales trainer? You guys tell me in the comments what you think the truth is about Andy.
No way.
I feel like you run a culture comes from cult, right? And so a culture of winners is dangerous. What kind of car do you drive?
Great Cherokee at the moment.
Okay, what do you want? What kind of car do you want?
Range Rover would be cool.
Okay, write this down, Range Rover.
Okay.
And so I decided I'm gonna reprogram me.
Like hold on. What? He was gonna teach me how to get the car. Wait, why we stop?
In computer. So I started paying for training. I did what I'm asking my clients to do now, and it would totally transform and change my life.
Is this a bar scrap? It ain't about the money you make, it how you bounce back. I ain't lying, that's low-key kind of a bar. It's not about the money you make, it's about how you bounce back. I'll low-key take that over any day. Because like you still can be a loser, you still can be an evil person, and you still can be like categorized as a certain person even with money. You know what I'm saying? But it's how you bounce back, like, you know what I'm saying? It's basically just how you bounce back and how you proceed with life. Because I know there's some people, like there's some billionaires out there in the world, and I know there's some people that's living paycheck to paycheck that's still having, like, you know what I'm saying, that's still having their best life, that feel like they're still having their best life. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they're still living their best life better than like billionaires and stuff like that. You know? They still living with a smile on their face and like still providing for others and other stuff like that.
All right, guys, let's get cracking. So you're doing a burpee on the way down, a push-up, come up, stand up straight.
With weights? Yeah, I'm good. I ain't doing no burpee with no weights. Call me a B. I don't care. That's not me. It's been push-ups next to a fire? Say I won't walk on that cold. Say I won't walk on them coals. I ain't gonna lie. Say I won't walk on them coals. What's this? Hold on. Hey, chill out. Hold on. I'm not using the ad blocker. I'm not using the ad blocker.
You're very intense about six-packs. It's a top priority.
If you don't have a six-pack, you don't work for us. For all the people that say six-pack or you're fired, screw that guy, hey, screw you! It's a standard.
What does a six-pack mean to you?
What if they're trying to get a six-pack? What if they trying to get a six-pack?
I know some of your tactics have a little bit of humiliation mixed into them.
No, I know you're snacking. Squeeze your fat. and then I want you to pretend that you have whatever you want here, and I want you to take a bite. I'm gonna give Steve $10,000, okay? He can get a six-pack. I'm not a fitness coach, right? I'm a business guy. The building block
I'll say one thing about life that I realized. Sometimes it's easier for like, whatever you're trying to teach somebody, it's kind of easier to like, well, actually, I didn't say easier. Let me see. Whatever you're trying to teach somebody, depending on the person, it might work better if you like aggressively put it in their brain, if that makes sense. Like if you aggressively do it, it might stick with them in their brain, and then they'll like try to like fix themselves and things like that.
Success.
That's why some parents, instead of like some parents talking to you saying stop doing this, stop doing that, some parents whoop you. Then they'll tell you stop doing this, stop doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Who are like, I want to make money, is discipline. Every time I walk into anywhere, I will literally have hundreds of people walk up to me and they say, dude, you changed my whole life.
Where you're comfortable in front of a stage with people, you're bringing a guy up to the front that's shaking in his boots, and now he's showing his fucking fat belly to the audience. So I would be curious to hear the stories afterwards. Like,
they come to me and they fall to their knees and they start bawling. And their wives call me and say, thank you for sending my husband back home. Was it the easy wrestling coaches that let you get away with everything, the ones that made you the best?
The most difficult wrestling coach I had was...
Yeah, I almost banned you for sending me that on Discord. I'm not gonna lie. This dude sent me a coochie split open during birth. Like, what's going on with this nigga, bro? Know anybody with the old iPad they don't want? Not that it hits my brain.
Was the guy that changed my life.
Dude, that's what I say. So I tell people all the time, I'm like, dude, listen, you might hate me, you might not like me, but you're gonna get better. In my league where I lived in Oklahoma, I was making $2.5 million, and I quit my job. I had been in sales from 18 to 39 years old. In the car dealership. I remember sitting there, dude, and this guy walks across the showroom floor. Probably kind of looked like Rafa or some shit, right? And I'm the old me, and I'm like, I remember saying, man, F that guy. I'm like, I bet he's broke, dude. I bet that guy drives a Ford Taurus. Damn. You know what I'm saying?
You're trying to think of the ways that you were better than him.
Dude, I'm so disgusted at myself. I'm turning it all on him. And I remember, and I stopped myself, and I was like, dude, I am a total piece of shit, dude. I was never gonna work for anyone else. I didn't wanna work for anyone else. I didn't wanna start this business. When I started listening to Tony Robbins, like for real, my mind started to run. I started to dream again. She supported me, she changed too, our kids changed, and we would step out and quit a 20-year job and start a new business, which is like, we're gonna teach people to sell.
Okay, that's beautiful, bro. Like that's actually beautiful, bro. I'm glad that he changed his ways, bro.
So far, I found Andy to be a very interesting character, and it seemed to me like he had a genuinely good family environment at his house. He was very present.
So I'm saying, like, from what I'm seeing so far, bro, I don't see why people call him a scammer or anything like that. I feel like the only reason why people call him a scam is if like they tried to do the method and it didn't work out for them. Like, I understand, like, some methods in life that you see it works for other people and it changes their life. Sometimes it's not gonna work for you. It's not like it's 100% guaranteed method that it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You just probably got to go at it a different way. And instead of like calling somebody a scam, figure out how you could take that same method, go another direction with it, and see how it works out. That's how I see from it.
Not on his phone at all, and was clearly a well-disciplined guy with how he ate and worked out. But now it was time to dive into his headquarters, the Elliott Army, and the things I'm going to be on the lookout for are high-pressure sales tactics and cult-like behavior. Here's what we found.
That's all I'm saying, Speed. That's what he sent to me. Hold on, now I want to go to Brazil.
Come on this other line right now. When you come out here, I'm gonna shave your head bald so you look like Andy Elliott's twin brother.
What?
Okay, he's laughing.
Hold on. Even the women talk. Hold on. I might need to show up. You know what I'm saying? They talk like that. You know what I'm saying? You say you getting a good workout, you can't lift it. She get it up or I'm leaving you on my like. Hold on. Count me in. Hold on. Count me in.
Okay, cool. There's 3 times in your life. There's the day that you're born, the day that you die, and the day that your life changes forever. And today is the day that changes your life forever.
Okay.
So, well, welcome to your new life, and also welcome to doing business with Andy Elliott.
So there is like a slight bit of like, okay, we're definitely in a cult. But it could be a cool cult. That's what we're trying to discover.
What's up, buddy? How you doing? What's your name? Tommy. You're Tommy, man. Get over here, Tommy. We're looking for you, man. Yeah. Guys.
I don't don't know, bro. The way the woman said we're looking for you kind of sounded evil. Like, it kind of sounded like they about to sacrifice this dude, Tom. Is it me or I kind of? Is it me? Kind of sound like they about to sacrifice him. Tommy. Hold on, Tommy. Hey, let me get in there. Tommy. Hey.
No one can work here unless I've changed their life inside of our coaching program.
To clarify what you just heard, one criteria Andy uses to hire is to only select from people that have paid for Andy's seminars or bought coaching lessons from him in the past. And to Andy, this ensures that his candidate is fully bought into his philosophy. Now, this could be looked at as an excellent
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy, but I understand it, but that's kind of crazy.
mechanism to build a good culture, or another warning sign of a cult, which is members having extreme loyalty and devotion to the leader.
Now, I have a lot of guys that are 7, 8, 9, 10-figure earners. They're big earners, but they operate from a state of madness. They're afraid that they're gonna lose their edge. We live out of madness.
He's gonna experience team, he's gonna experience family. There's a lot of places that they have buildings, but they don't have the people. And what we have is we have the family, we have the people, and that's what really makes a building special. So let's get it!
I didn't bring any capris. Am I gonna fit in around here?
Yeah, I think
you just see nothing but a whole bunch of goddamn creatine. Like, nothing but creatine, boy. All I'm hearing just creatine talk.
Be fine, dude. Well, hey, we can tan
straight creatine, boy.
We'll cut the shorts up a little bit. You'll be all right.
All of you are Team Elliott.
Yep.
How long you guys been here for?
I mean, we got guys from 5 years to guys that are, 2 years, 3 years. Like we've got guys from all around. Everybody came through. Yep, we got the Bible with us.
Old Testament or New Testament?
Hey,
well, we're gonna deliver a speech to these business leaders today, but we're gonna.
So they mess with Jesus. That's what I like to hear right now. They mess with Jesus.
Let's start with God, because that's our core value.
Do you think Jesus would have been good at cold calling?
I think Jesus would have been the best at cold calling, dude. He would have been our best at it, dude.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Show me the headquarters, man.
Let's go. I'll take you on a
I don't know. I just don't like the word cult. I don't know. Like, the word cult just throws me off.
Sure.
How many people work here?
We have 100 in-house, and then we have 50 virtual currently.
What is your average salesperson making?
I only have a few people in my company making less than 6 figures a year. The top people in my company making 7 figures a year.
I'm closing a big client.
Yeah.
Hey, 100 grand. Okay, boom. Yep, you good?
Yeah.
How much did I just make?
30 grand.
That is actually really good commission.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you?
Wait. Hold on.
Company making 7 figures a year.
I'm closing a big client.
Yeah.
Hey, 100 grand. Okay, boom. Yep, you good?
Yeah.
How much did I just make?
30 grand.
That is actually really good commission.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you can hold Andy accountable?
100%.
We hold the whole world holds Andy accountable because he tells people all day long on social media, what he's doing, his fitness, his goals, his mindset,
his marriage.
He's a leader that you could call him up.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, dude.
Things that are very sketchy in his past.
Yeah.
Snitching to the feds, turning his boss in, stuff like that. Like, did you guys ever talk to him about that later today?
100%. Andy's owned it since day one.
Come through, we'll show you the media side, and then
There's
we'll get
a strong emphasis on hospitality here. I think I've been asked at least 7 times if I need a water or energy drink.
We walked into so many different businesses over the years, and people it's just like the care factor.
Folks, a potential warning sign that you could be dealing with a cult is a tactic called love bombing. Groups will overwhelm newcomers with praise and celebration as a way to disarm them and build instant loyalty. And another thing you find as soon as you get to Elliott headquarters is the salespeople are trained to offer you a beverage incessantly. I mean, we were offered drinks enough.
I mean, I feel like that's every business, right? Like, I know some businesses, once you walk through the doors, they already have it set up, like, you can go make it yourself. But, like, I thought, like, it's, like, just being nice, like, especially, like, if you're a top business, or, like, you a top, like, if you're just, like, somebody with, like, some type of name, when you walk through, like, they have to offer you a beverage. I thought that was, like, normal.
Enough times that all of us on the team agreed that it just felt a little weird. And for more context, before we flew to Arizona, Andy himself offered to get me a rental car or put me and my team up in a hotel, which I declined so I could enter his world as a neutral guest and not beholden to him. Because after all, part of Andy's sales playbook is the reciprocity principle, where he gives you a little thing like a water bottle, and in the end, he gets a big thing like the closing of the sale of a car. So the question going through my head at the time is, what is the difference between truly generous hospitality with well
So basically, he's just doing something and expecting something in return.
And salespeople versus love bombing, manipulating someone to get a desired outcome. I'm curious to hear your guys' opinions. Am I being overly cautious and even kind of a douche for not accepting Andy's hospitality?
You're not being overly cautious.
Or am I right to be on my guard?
He's just being smart.
So what just happened? What kind of deal did you just close?
Well, we're changing lives.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So a coaching deal. So what does this get you in commission, do you think?
Like $1,500?
That's what I'm talking about? Can we just get another deal? Oh, come on, 1 second.
Also, every time you get a deal, you have to ring it.
A wire that just got sent and it hit the bank account for 10 grand for one of our events.
Would you say you're one of the top guys in the company?
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure. Mm-hmm.
You make 7 figures here.
I was this close last year, but this year I'll definitely hit it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I had a salary job. I was really comfortable making maybe $3,000, almost $4,000 after tax per month. I just had a baby. I knew I was supposed to do more. I needed something more, not for myself, but for my family. So I bought a $600 course with Andy Elliott. It's called Blind Spot. It was the only $600 I had. I was so resistant to buy that course.
So basically, he spent his last bread. Oh my gosh, bro. I ain't gonna cap. This is what I be trying to tell people, bro. Like, don't worry about money. Just be smart with money. I promise you. Don't worry about money. Don't sit there and be like, okay, if I spend this, I'm worrying, like, am I gonna get it back? Like, if I spend this, am I just gonna get it back? Just trust in yourself. Have faith. You know what I'm saying? And just spend the money, bro. But be smart with it. You know what I'm saying? Just be smart with it. I'm not saying, like, spend your last dollar on weed and you thinking this high gonna make you think of the smartest thing or the smartest job, and you do it and you start making money. I'm not talking about that.
I studied.
Next thing you know, I maxed out my credit card to go to his first event that was in his living room of his house with 12 people. But Andy's like, hey son, you remind me of myself when I was growing up. So him and Jahclov bought my plane flight ticket because I didn't have the money to. That's how my journey started with Andy.
I showed up to the seminar. I went back home. I called my boss from the fitness studio. I gave my 2 weeks. In September, I made $33,000. October, I made $53,000. And since then, my life has changed.
I was 19 years old and I did not like my life. That day, I bet on me and I came to my first Master Closer seminar with Andy over 4 years ago. I'm 23 now. I've totally transformed my own life and now I desire to bring that to...
He's 23. 23 where? 23 where?
I was born in Venezuela, came down to the States on a visa, expired, family, we were down here, a legal immigrant for about 20 years, didn't come from money, and that's where you got me. I started messing out with drugs, got addicted at the age of 17, and that went on for till I was 31, 16 years.
Actually, that was my first seminar with Andy and Jackie when they had it here in Arizona. But I know Andy and Jackie 25 years. I used to sell cars with them.
This is right when I moved here. This was end of 2021, and I moved here March of 2022, but I was this skinny. I was weighing 145 pounds at the time. When I joined that dealership, I became #1 by my 3rd month out of 120 salespeople off of his trainings, gained 38 pounds of muscle, stayed clean.
We heard from a handful of his team that seemed to have genuinely had their life changed by Andy, but I was curious if there was another side to this coin. I found a podcast between internet lawyer Rayz Muhammad, aka Beard Lawyer, and health expert Troy Casey, aka Certified Health Nut, who hired Andy's team to do his marketing and was not happy with the results. Here's what Certified Health Nut had to say.
So just to be clear, I did not hire Andy Elliott for sales training or any kind of coaching. And I think Andy Elliott's deceiving others that he can do certain things and he cannot. It was the worst business I have done. January, February is huge business for people in health and wellness.
Yeah. Okay.
It's New Year, New You time. It was the worst January, February of my entire business. Results never lie. I hired the man. I gave him $50,000 motherfucking.
I did further research and found Reddit threads and YouTube reviews talking about working with Andy. And what I saw was really mixed feedback. Some people thought the sales training wasn't worth a damn and relied on intimidating young and insecure salespeople, while others said that the Elliott group was as legit as they come and that Andy treated them better than their own family. To me, it was striking to read a review hailing Andy Elliott as a life-changing mentor, and then in the next review, see him labeled as a predatory scam artist. And to me, seeing this only left me further confused about how I felt about Andy.
Wait, there's a $20,000 course? I just see somebody type out, I just bought a $20,000 course from him.
Well, so number one, super important, our kids, they all go to school here. Love you girls. There's Miss Debbie. She's their teacher. They're here every day. You guys eating healthy? Yeah. They're all here every day though. So that way, no matter what I'm doing.
Won't they at least go to public school or like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I understand how like home training is, but I don't think home training is like the best. Like, I mean, not home training. I don't think homeschooling is like the best. I'd say like send kids to like public school because like that lets them get at least a grasp of like what the real world is. You know what I'm
saying? They're here.
But if it's like, you know what I'm saying, the kids got like something wrong or like a problem or like, you know what I'm saying, like stuff is not working out with them in life, then I'll say like home training is like low-key kind of school.
Amazing. Right.
I'll say like get them like smaller classes maybe versus the regular. Yeah, smaller classes I'll say them too. But like at least it's some kids their age they can like interact with and like hang out with. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like being homeschooled and then all they literally done with school just immediately walk upstairs and just play the game. You know?
All right, call your shot. How much you putting up today?
15 grand.
You for real?
Yeah, for real.
All right, you put up 15 grand. You 15 grand in house. You come see me. I'll give you 1,500 cash.
Deal. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Let's go, guys. Crank it up over here.
1,500
Eva, come on.
Cash.
Come on.
Let's go.
Let's go. How many appointments you gonna set today? 20.
20.
How much we gonna put up today?
Well, we just locked up 75K, so.
Well, you're already 75.
Yeah.
Sean, what about you?
I'm gonna put up $5 grand today. Come on.
They putting a bank. Like they putting a bank.
$5 grand.
All right. Listen, you put up 5 grand. I got 500.
Like all this money talk making me feel like a bum. You know, I'm about to get right. Dead ass. Like, yo, I'm dead ass about to get right. All this money talk, all this 20 grand, 7 grand, 7. Yo, bro, I'm about to get right. I'm about to get right.
You do 75? I got 1,500 for you.
Done deal. Easy.
Okay?
I'm gonna take your money.
What's up, baby?
What's up, Andy?
You ready to take over the world?
Let's take over the world. Go psycho.
Hey.
That's what it's about.
That's my boy, baby.
That's what it's about.
Love you. Is Nate our secret weapon?
Yes, I've been talking to him, like getting together.
It's my boy. Let's go. So basically, number one, right? Everybody's got to have a goal. That's the most important thing.
Okay.
Someone's going to have to keep everybody on their toes nonstop.
Yo, today we get 5 subs. That's our goal today. Today we get 5 subs. Today we get 5 subs. Who wanna, you know, see who wanna get the 5? who wanna get the 5? High 5? F you on about? Damn, nigga. Okay, my fault. My fault for setting a goal. Maybe, you know, say I'm tripping out.
I didn't have this meeting this morning. My team had this meeting. What do you see right here, right? You see them talking about cold leads, warm leads, right? You talk about wealth, health, relationships. How do they help? This right here, this thing, this is the team getting in here every morning without me, going through the battle plan of like how to be great.
Okay.
Every day around 1, 2 o'clock, I have everybody get off the phones.
Stop scratching your neck like you addicted. You got $1 I need it for some food ass.
As you can see,
I mean, shit, bro. Maybe I need some subs, bro.
I will outwork everybody.
But I'm not begging though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not begging though.
Hard work is so important. Nobody's gonna build anything without working hard. Okay. This place is a hero-making machine.
Before Andy Elliott became a high-energy sales guru, he was selling cars at the Big Red dealerships in Norman, Oklahoma. This dealership targeted low-credit customers, people who couldn't qualify for financing at typical places. So to get them approved, a series of illegal schemes were put into play, bribing credit union employees, creating fake pawn shops, and inventing fake jobs for unemployed buyers just to push the loans.
Oh, so he worked at that company, basically a scamming company, and then he got his boss arrested. And that's why people think he a scammer, because he learned all those tactics. Oh, so now we put it in place. Okay, bet. Put it like this. So he worked at a scamming company, but he got his boss arrested. Basically, you can say he backstabbed his boss. So now he understands how to scam, but do it in the correct way, or do it like without in the way of not getting caught. Basically.
through. This operation was eventually exposed, and it led to the conviction of 3 dealership executives.
Not
Andy
necessarily.
admitted under oath his own role in the fraud and avoided prosecution by cooperating with federal investigators. And according to his own testimony, Big Red was a dealership where ethics took a back seat. Andy and his co-workers faked insurance letters, faked down payments, ran out employees that they deemed to be too ethical, and even role-played what to say if the feds came knocking. So with Andy accumulating a lot of influence and being a guy that talks about integrity being everything, I thought it was only fair to ask him about this chapter from his past.
You said you almost went to prison. Tell me about that.
From the time I was 18 years old to the time I was 32 years old, I worked for good credit company. That was the way I worked my whole life. I didn't work payments all the time with people. But then I had this this owner of this company that goes, dude, I need you in my store. By the way, it's a special finance store now. Good credit, no credit, bad credit, repo, bankruptcy, divorce, you're approved. These people have zero down payment. In the beginning, day one.
No down payment accused. Nigga, wait. Yo, some of that just sound like maybe you shouldn't sign up to get a car. You approved no matter what you got.
Divorce, you're approved. These people have zero down payment. In the beginning, day one, it's like, hey, this guy's approved. I submitted over to the bank and it says they need $1,000 down. And I'm like, hey, Mr. Customer, I need $1,000 down. And he's like, I don't have it. They're like, oh, don't worry about it. Basically, we're just gonna put $1,000 down on the contract. It's very simple. We're gonna tell the customers if the bank asks, you put $1,000 down. Now, we're gonna deduct that $1,000 that you didn't put down off the sell price. So actually you end up paying less money, it's fine.
Okay. So you guys kind of fake down payments.
Yeah, well, in the special finance subprime game, faking the down payment was almost everywhere.
Do you feel like it was prevalent in a lot of car dealerships?
Yes.
What did you feel doing that in your own head? Because I know a topic you mentioned a lot is integrity.
Yeah, well, honestly, at this point, integrity has always been important to me, but it wasn't that at this time in my point I was self-developing and my number one standard was integrity. My number one standard was selling cars, making money, and trying to figure out how to hit that damn quota they put on me.
I think you built a really good culture here. I'm just trying to balance who was this Andy guy before this transformation.
So this Andy guy's intentions, honestly, were good. I never hurt anybody. I never took advantage of anyone that I felt. I
think you said something along the lines that if you found guys with good ethics, you'd run them out of the business. That to me was like, wow, I can understand forging a few loans, getting the guy's car.
But I don't know where that was said.
Wasn't that?
Whoa. Caught him. Whoa, nah, but what do you mean you don't know where that was said when it came out your own mouth?
In legal documents?
It was in a affidavit.
Yeah, but you'd have to show it to me. I am not that guy anymore, and that guy died.
And what?
But I understand that, like, you forget about your past, though. That's what I'm gonna give him some credit, though. I do understand, like, you don't want to relive what happened in the past, and you don't want to relive that character that you played. So I do understand why you probably forgot.
What was the transformation moment?
In 2020.
With your wife.
Yeah.
Love him.
FBI comes in, and the owner.
Into the dealership?
Yeah, it wasn't me. It was like, we're going to get Andy Elliott. They were after this owner.
What was it like when the FBI came in?
I mean, it's just like, what the hell's going on?
Was your mind kind of blown? You're like,
yeah, I mean, everybody's mind blown.
How long did you work for?
5 years.
What made you not get up and pack your bags at some point?
Making too much money. Just
That
total
is true.
transparency. I see so many people stay in jail.
Somebody do, like, no matter, like, whatever the business is, there are some people that don't care how much money they make. If it's bad business, they'll still walk away. But there are some people, like, that's never been, you gotta understand, if you're a person that's never been in a position where you made a lot of money, once you start making a lot of money, and, like, it's just, like, overwhelming money, you kind of turn you kind of turn an eye to, like, the evil things that's, like, happening. If you really realistically think about it.
Jobs because they're making too much money.
Because you just
and
making
that's why
a
you
lot
hear
of
us talk
money.
about the golden handcuff syndrome all the time. I was handcuffed
And so all you're thinking about is
to
just
more
making
money than I ever made, and I just knew I couldn't make the same money anywhere else.
Because one of the things that I think is really powerful about your brand right now is personal accountability. What about back then, if you're looking yourself in the mirror and telling yourself the hard truth, like what would it be that you would condemn yourself the most for or change the most about actions that you did in that period?
Well, number one, my wife, anybody's watching this, when your wife says don't do it, she's not nagging you. She's not being a bitch. She's protecting you.
Yeah.
You know what I told her, which I own this now and I'm past it, but I said, babe, stop nagging me. Stop nagging me. And you know what she did? She quit nagging me. Damn. Be really careful you don't shut up the person that loves you more than anyone else in this world. But if you tell them enough and you hurt them enough, they'll shut up. And so like that really breaks my heart that I shut up my greatest best friend, weapon, everything. So I would say, number one, never make decisions based off money. Don't do it.
True.
And don't run with the wrong people. Because if you run with the wrong people, you're gonna do the wrong shit.
True.
And by the way, if you're favored by God, which I believe, I am favored by God, I am also favored by the devil. It's like if you put me on the right path, dude, I will go mow down darkness. But if you put me on the wrong path, I'll go mow down the light.
You could be dangerously good or dangerously bad.
Yeah, it's like
you have that tiger in you. There's two narratives going through my head right now.
Okay.
I mean, Andy's on stage right now. In about 30 minutes, he's gonna close these people at high ticket deals. I think like 75 or 100 grand to be part of a bigger coaching program. You talk to a lot of the employees. On one end, I'm like, holy shit, the culture here is contagious. Everyone is like fit, happy, gung-ho, super high enthusiasm and energy. Like, what more could you ask from a sales team or a company culture? And on the other end, it's kind of like the movie Get Out, where everyone's like, yeah, I'm really happy here. And Andy, yeah, he told me everything. And yeah, all my answers come from Andy. Like Andy is kind of this religious figure in a way. I think this is the thing where you define between a great
now that I like kind of seen enough. It's like it's half and half. In the beginning, we were just seeing all the good stuff, like all the good vibes, everything like that. So I see what Tommy G was talking about. But like now it's like half and half. Maybe he's just a good guy, maybe he's a coach. But it's half to me, bro. Like I said, it's just half and half, bro. I feel like he's half a good person and half a cult member. It's just half and half. I don't know. It's just half and half. Like it's just half and half.
Coach or a cult leader, and only time will tell. We've spent one day with the crew. Like in 10 years, these people might be the most successful people ever. In 10 years, there might be an FBI investigation in this place. Who knows? What do you think, Miguel, so far?
I honestly think
it's just like I see, like when people call him a cult leader and everything like that, saying like things he's doing is like a cult base. It's like I understand it. Like now, like I understand. Like I'm not turning a blind eye to it. Like I'm understanding, but I'm more like cautious with it. I don't feel like just outright calling him like, oh, he's a cult leader. Oh, but like I'm noticing, like I'm getting like hints and bits of it.
He's a good guy, and I think he actually has really good morals, but I do think there's something weird in the air in there.
Just the probability.
Like, basically, like it just sounds too good to be true. Basically, like the way it just sounds too good to be true. The way he just does things, it just sounds too good to be true.
Of within a 2-3 minute span, 4 people closing a deal seems highly unlikely, but it could be true. I mean, that's the other thing. Like, if there's a lot of momentum in the building, things are happening. Like, I don't want to be a hater because the culture is so good and just like be like, oh, there's no way someone could be that happy. For people getting in shape, changing their life, making more money, being close to their family, how can you get upset about that? But still, there's something just a little bit off, maybe. Why don't you just do your own bid for what you did and roll with it? You did it. Why did you talk?
The guy that I work for was a piece of shit. This guy's a loser.
You were hustling deals in through, though. You knew you were doing that.
No. I was working in the company and doing what everybody was doing. My wife said, don't go work for this man. He's a piece of shit. I go work for the man. Everything that we were taught in that company was wrong. When the FBI comes.
So then why'd you keep working then? But like he said, the more money he was making. So, I mean, but still, why was you still working?
Comes in, they said, hey, who's in charge? It was me and 4 other people.
Did any of those other 4 go to prison?
All of them get called into a meeting with the owner. And the owner goes, if you don't lie, I'm gonna kill you. Dude,
I'm not gonna lie. I would believe the owner if he did that, bro. If y'all was making bank, scamming people, bro, you really don't know who he got behind him on the outskirt of scenes, bro. So I believe he was sitting to hit or something. I'll believe he was sitting to hit.
I have already been tried to be killed many times.
You have?
Yeah. So you know what I did? I went home and talked to my wife. And you know what I told her? Exactly what just happened. And you know what she said? Fucking tell the truth. If you go to jail for 10 years, I will be here waiting. But if you fucking lie, okay? The rest of the people all decided.
I don't know if I can go to jail. I mean, I don't know if I can wait somebody if they went to jail for 10 years. I don't know about that.
To lie. All those other people planned and planned and planned. Have you ever seen a movie how they're all like lying and the feds are coming against them? They're like, we got to stick together, and they can't. What happens in the end?
There's
they
a
all
crack
turn.
in the case.
They all turn on each other, don't they? They said, oh, we found these secret fake emails that Andy was like sleeping with like one of the girls or something, right? And that girl mysteriously disappeared. So nobody could talk to her.
Meaning she was a real person, but then she couldn't be found anymore?
Yep. That started a war between all the liars. They all went to prison.
One of Andy's great skills is his ability to close on high-ticket sales.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, bro. If you get caught, bro, you might as well just spill the truth, bro. If you get caught, bro, you got caught.
For the last 2 days, he has hosted
Might as
business
well just
owners
tell
who
the truth.
paid a few $1,000s for a seminar, and for the grand finale of this seminar, he mounts the stage for a 3.5-hour speech that culminates in him closing these business owners for an even higher ticket coaching package worth tens of thousands of dollars. Here's a few moments from that pitch.
I'm going to go through these slides because these things that I'm going to go over with you, by the way, it's not a slide, it's your belief system you have to live by. This right here, there is one skill that every one of you has to learn, how to influence. Okay. Build a fully optimized. You know what I think of optimized? Maxed out, sharp as hell. You're the fastest, you're the best. Scalable business that can run and grow, everybody say without. How you do the little things is how you do the big things. Does that make sense? Yeah. Listen, if I look up to you, I'm not really looking for all the big things that you do. I'm kind of looking for the little things that you do. When you don't grow, you die. It's grow or die. If we can run to 100 million.
That fire effect pisses me off. I don't know what. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This whole video, I didn't say anything. But yeah, when I was seeing the tigers and I was seeing the fire and I'm just the lions, yeah, I was like, bro, this is corny. I'm not gonna lie. But I understand the meaning behind it. So that's why they're saying that, like, okay, maybe so. There's people out there that like probably will see that animal and be like, oh yeah, bro, I'm a beast. But like in my eyes, like, I'll say it's because like after all the things that we saw on the internet and like how people use them as trolling wise or anything like that, yeah, I found it kind of corny. I'm not gonna lie.
In 4 to 5 years.
But the fire might be like,
everyone else in this entire
you know,
can't do it. If you do this, here's the deal.
I got fire burning inside.
But you guys have to do your part. Does that make sense? So I'll make a deal with you. Me and Jackie will do a one-on-one with everybody in this room that does it, and that way we get an opportunity to know you guys before we coach you hard this next year. Almost every person that trains with me are high-ticket closers. So who in here is going to do this? Can you raise your hand so I can see you? If you're going to do this, come up here with me, okay? And by the way, listen, everybody give it up for everybody in here who's going to be doing this next year. Okay? I love you guys.
Andy goes in for the finish, and he probably closed at least half the room with a coaching package that, if my math is correct, resulted in at least $500,000 of revenue for him.
$500,000 right then and there? Yo, bro, nah, they making bang.
Which, as a former salesperson myself, those numbers are pretty crazy.
It's been a long day. Hustle to you from the morning to night. What's going through your head right now? What do you want to leave the people with?
Number one, I've watched this guy, a lot of your videos. Incredible.
Thank you.
Just like when you meet me, sometimes, you know, you're trying to pick, you know, like what's going on, how does this guy live, what does he do? You said something, you said you want to be around good people and you want to do good work in whatever you do, right? You want to love your life. Meeting him, he's awesome. A lot of people told me, they're like, dude, Tommy G, you got to be careful, don't let him come out. He's going to try to pick your company apart. And you know what I said? I said, dude, listen to me. The greatest thing that anyone could show me is things that I could do better. I'm a coach, I coach people for a living, I take criticism for a living. Anything that you've seen that I can do better, right? Or anything that as I watch this video, as I go through it, I'm gonna learn a lot watching your documentary. It's gonna help me, okay?
Especially how you choose to wear your shorts, that'd be my main section.
It wouldn't surprise me if Tommy G in a couple months is like, babe, can you get me some shorter shorts? I just feel like they're too long. Your culture, you built, awesome. Thank you. You're a good dude, you have a great heart, you're a great family guy. A lot of the times you talk about other people, they may never talk about you, but you're a really good man.
Thank you.
I just want to say it's awesome.
I appreciate that.
We respect people that are changing the world. But end of the day, we started with the cold plunge this morning. That was cool, did a workout, ate some breakfast, got in the hot tub. You came up, met some people on our team. You see what sales centers look like.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the hospitality.
Yes.
Your team's been wonderful.
Thank
Your
you.
steak tacos are good.
Yes.
And we're very happy we did this.
Andy Elliott.
Like I said, bro, it's in the middle, bro. It's in the middle, gang. Like, I feel like, I don't know, bro. It just seems too good to be true. Like, deadass. With him, it just deadass seemed too good.